Hey, happy hump day, everybody. Hey, today is going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm going to discuss uh, my goals and my plans, probably my plans and my goals for 2024. Um, some of it's kind of ambitious, some of it is pretty laid back, but for the most part, I got a lot to do. That's what it all boils down to. So let's get into it. So, normally I'd have a short-term goal and a long-term goal, but I've kind of wrapped them all into one. I've tried to prioritize them a little bit. Um, and some of the things I could probably do, and it's a matter of just taking some photos and processing them and emailing them, or some of it is major repairs and reconstruction of the train room or construction in the train room. But okay, we'll get started here. Get started. So my first goal is I want to get published. So if you've noticed, there have been a lot of videos on the nickel plate. A lot of Alcos have been getting rebuilt and painted and decaled and super detailed. And the reason for that is, as a member of the Nickel Plate Historical and Technical Society, I want to be published in their monthly PDF that they send out, and their quarterly magazine. I think it's quarterly. But I would really love to be in there with some of my work. I got in there twice already by accident. Basically, all I did was go to the Nickel Plate Modelers Facebook page and take the cover photo. And I really enjoy my photos being selected for that. And I've got a collection of them. I probably have had my photograph selected for the cover photo 20 times in the last couple years. And when I look back at the first one that got selected, I remember thinking that, man, that's a really great, photograph. And I look back at it now, I'm like, man, that's kind of crap. But isn't that the way we look at ourselves? I mean, we look at, the first, thing we ever did, and then we look at, after we get some experience behind us, we look at it again and go, wow, I could do so much better because our skill set has evolved. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to get published with some of my stuff. And even though a lot of my locomotives are fantasy locomotives, for example, the RSD 12s that I did, nickel plate, did not have dynamic brakes on there, but I didn't want to take the chance of ruining a car body or a shell by trying to modify it to remove the dynamic braking. It's not like on an EMD where you just, take the little piece off in the middle and, blank it out. So I just numbered them up. There was an empty number range right above that. So I just numbered them up higher and just, rewrote history a little bit saying that, on my nickel plate, they went ahead and bought some with dynamic brakes. So hopefully the purist out there can appreciate the fact that I didn't want to tear up a locomotive and also look at the details and the paint and the weathering and everything that I've done to it and, take that into consideration before they blast me. Okay, so second thing, which goes along with the first, but is I'd like to get some of my photos published in Model Railroad Craftsman or Model Railroader. I do have an Instagram account. I'll put it in the description, but it's also, if you click my channel, it'll show you up there as well. And I think it was Model Railroad Craftsman just recently started following my Instagram, and I was pretty happy about that. So I think that's kind of neat, and it's the potential is there that I can get some photographs noticed, and I might get lucky, and they just might like some of the stuff that I posted on there. And at the end of this video, there'll be some of my best photos that I've done. I've been using an AI program to redo the sky, and there's a couple of places like where the trees aren't looking that good, and I kind of modify the trees a little bit. But I've been doing some photos for some other people, and so far pretty much everybody I've done photos for really happy with it and all that. Let's see, cross these off as I go. So I'm going to set a schedule for my videos. I've been trying to do Sunday nights and Wednesday nights as my video upload days. And if I, put it out there to you guys that this is going to be my schedule, I won't want to go back on my word. So Sundays and Wednesdays will be regular videos, and then any other day of the week, with the exception of probably Friday and Saturday, because Friday and Saturday I don't get any views hardly at all. So, but any other day of the week, I might do some shorts. My shorts haven't been performing very well, but all of a sudden my longer videos have been. So if you have not went through and watched some of my shorts, I challenge you to do so. I think I try to be funny. In my previous life, I was a comedian, and maybe I'm not so funny now, but I laugh at them. So I guess that's all that really matters some days, is I make myself laugh. Okay, so all right, so I've been sick for about the past week, and I'm still mad at my wife, and I told her so, and I can sleep back in the bedroom tonight, so let me go ahead and take a cough drop so I don't start coughing and choking on you guys. All right, so here come the big things, the big time-consuming, money-consuming projects, and that is finish the bench work with the foam and at least one main line. If you're new to the channel or you haven't watched any of my videos before, my layout is designed where I'm going to have 2 main lines. I can run 2 separate railroads as 2 separate railroads, or I could run 1 railroad and have a branch line. So I guess it all depends on what I want to do. So I'm going to have at least one of the main lines done, and the foam painted, and some of the yard tracks and the leads and some of the more important structures in place, or at least mocked up, because in May we have the big model railroad show down in Spencer, North Carolina, which is the home of the North Carolina Railroad Museum, or I guess the Transportation Museum, there at the old Spencer Roundhouse. That used to be the Southern Railway Shops. And they usually have a pretty good show, and they got some model trains, model layouts set up there. And I'm thinking really hard about doing an open house and doing a little advertising and letting people come to my house to check out my layout. Ton of work to do before then, but I got 6 months, and if I can I get a little bit of help from some of my friends, I think I can do it. So the open house is in May. I think it's towards the 3rd week. I think it's the weekend before Memorial Day. I got to look at the dates. But before then, I need to do a little work to my entranceway that comes from my kitchen into my train room. I'm not happy with some of the repairs that I made about 5 years ago. So, and then my steps are a little, I don't know, they're not quite. The rise and run isn't equal. So I think I'm gonna redo all that. And then I got some tile work to do. When you first walk in, you come up 2 steps into the train room. There's a 6-foot by 20-foot like pathway between the layout and the wall that goes to a door that goes downstairs, and that's going to be all tiled. So I have a bunch of storage stuff up here because I can't put it in the basement until I finish remodeling down there. So I need to get down to the basement, get that stuff finished up down there, and then start taking all this, and I call it crap, but it's not really crap, but take all this crap and take it down to the basement, get it out of the way so I can start concentrating on the train room, so I can get prepped up for May. So I've already got all the stuff on hand. I just got to get motivated to do the work. And this is part of it here. Because next year at this time, when I go to give you my end of the year report, and I say I didn't do a damn thing that I said I was going to do, I don't want to look like a chump. Okay, so, and then with the train room, I've decided to put down carpet tile instead of carpeting the whole thing. Because if I have to carpet the whole thing, I have the peninsula that has to move. I have the yard that I just put in that has to move. So you can put the carpet underneath. And when I was in the Army, and you're going to hear that slogan a lot when I was in the Army, because I was in it for 27 years. I'm that guy who I didn't do anything before the Army but high school. And since I got out of the Army, I was a conductor for a couple of years. And then I quit, and I'm just retired. So my whole entire life and all my experiences are based on my 27 years in the Army. So you're going to hear that a lot. And, if you was a Marine, just let me know and I'll talk slower. And I can send you some crayons or something like that. But, for all my veterans out there, I'm gonna tell you right now, model trains absolutely saved my life. I had some pretty bad PTSD when I came home from Iraq in 2011, and modeling really kind of helped me to focus and, you know, fight off the demons that I was dealing with. So you know, I might make a lot of Marine jokes and Air Force jokes and Navy jokes and all that stuff, but in the end of it, you know it's all in fun. But don't let no civilian talk smack to you like that, because I'll have your back. You know how it goes. Okay, so I got some floor repairs to make. This train room was used by the previous owner, like a, oh, what's the name of that place? Like a greenhouse. You know, she had flowers everywhere. And I guess when she would water the flowers and the water would go through the pot and get on the floor, you know, she didn't think nothing of it. But when they built this addition to the house, they really cheaped out. It is particle board flooring. And if anybody knows anything about particle board, when it gets wet, the sawdust just, you know, bubbles up, because all it is a bunch of sawdust that's glued together and pressed together, and then they sell it. And it's kind of cheap and it's kind of shitty. So I guess some windows were open also, and there's a bunch of damage over underneath the area that I still have to paint, the wall that I have to paint. If you're familiar with my videos, you might have seen that one. So I got to do some floor repairs, but I could probably get away with putting that off until after May. But at the same time, you know, we'll see what goes on. And then, oh, I got sidetracked talking about PTSD there. But the carpet tiles. So when I was in the Army, we put carpet tiles in. I had to put carpet tiles in all over the place. And they go down pretty quick. And I think the ones I looked at Lowe's are about 2x2 sheets, 2 foot by 2 foot sheets. And there was enough in each box to do about 30 square feet. So I'm only going to do carpet tile in between where the layout's at, like in between the peninsula and the yard and vice versa. So directly below the layout's just going to stay wood floor. And how am I going to hide that? Let me tell you. Because my wife is doing a little bit of research now, and she's going to make what I call layout curtains. It's basically some material. It's a canvas type material. I think it's called duck cloth, that will hang from like right here down to the floor, and it'll be black, and you just won't see anything behind it. It just hides everything and kind of makes the kind of dresses everything up. And I think if I can do those, I'll be doing pretty good. Something else I would like to do, and this should have been up first, was one of the easier things to do, is I want to start going to more train shows and making videos of layouts, especially the North Carolina Sipping and Switching Society, which I think is actually the Sipping and Switching Society of North Carolina. And that is an amazing group of people who put together these modules, and it's so cool. I need to talk to them. I need to join. I would love to join. I'd like to take some of my stuff out there and run them and everything. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I'd also like to hit more of these train shows and you know, kind of do a walk around and you know, maybe interview a couple of people. I don't know if that's something y'all would like to see, but I am looking at a mic so I can mic up now so you can hear me better, because I know there's some videos out there that it gets kind of muffled and whatnot. And I make jokes all the time about my friend Dwight busting my chops, but he mentioned that to me a long time ago, and he does have some pretty good constructive criticism, you know, in between, you know, ball busting comments. But so I'm looking at those right now as well. I would also like to find out people, you know, within a couple hour drive of Lexington, North Carolina, that have decent layouts that I can go and make video of, and maybe talk to them about, you know, some of the tips and stuff that they can offer other people. And I think that'd be great to see other people's work. Other people's layouts inspire me. I don't know if they inspire everybody else. I'm gonna assume as much. And even when I watch these old videos, like these retro videos that, you know, somebody transferred from VHS over to, you know, digital, and they put on YouTube. I watched one today from like 1990. I mean, the videography was pretty good, but the cameras, oh my God, we got it so made with these great cameras we got on our phones of all that, you know, so we can get down and get some good tight shots and everything. But I think some layout tours would be pretty cool. Really kind of looking forward to the new year and doing a lot of stuff. I was thinking about doing a video and talking about how I got my wife to be all in on my model trains. And I think I can sum it all up with one comment. I was at Mike's Trains one day in Thomasville, and the owner and my wife were talking, and my wife was saying something about how much money I spent on trains. Well, the owner came back and said, better trains than the strip club. And ever since then, my wife has had a different attitude about my model trains. So if your spouse ever gets on you, just say, hey, I could be throwing dollars to titties and drinking beer, or I can go out and do some decal work on some locomotives. And I guarantee you, she or he will change their mind. I told you I was a comedian. I got some good ones, man. Just stick around for more. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this off here now. Immediately following this, you're going to see some photographs, some of my better photographs. And I'll probably throw up a few before and afters, you know, so after I do a little processing to it, you can kind of see the difference, you know. But if you got a good photograph and then you want to tweak it a little bit, and you know, change the sky or something like that, that takes a good photograph and makes it great. You can't come off with crap and try to make it great, you know, because what do they say? You can't turn shit into sugar, right? That's an Army, that's Fort Bragg right there. That's a Braggism. Well, I guess maybe a Libertyism now. But hey, the channel's blowing up right now. I think we're at 842 subscribers, 843 subscribers. Getting a ton of comments, a ton of likes. I'm really enjoying everybody's input. So once again, I challenge you to subscribe if you have not done so. Leave me a comment below if you think I'm funny. Tell me I'm funny. I don't want to hear I got a face for radio and a voice for silent movies. So keep that crap to yourself. And let's have some positivity, and give me a like, hit that notification bell, spread the word, share the videos. And once again, I thank you very much, and stay tuned for a very heartwarming and heartfelt Christmas layout update. Thank you very much.